What's going on, guys? Seth here from Team Union Seth. I am here as your coach of the Philadelphia Pharaohs in Season 8 of the Seasonal Sawsbuck Showdown League. We are here for our Week 10 team builder against the BLISSEY Experience. So, they decided to draft a mono normal team. As you can see on screen, they have Meloetta, which is their offensive Z user, Swellow, Ditto, Miltank, Sawsbuck, Bouffalant, Silvally, which is their unlimited Z user, kind of cheating on a mono normal team because he doesn't use it as normal only, Heliolisk, Lickalicky, Bibarel, Kecleon, and Vigoroth. So, for some reason, I don't tend to do very well against mono type teams because there's just a lot of things that I have to. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to go into that. But I have taken a little bit of a new approach to team building. I've done a little bit more research, watching over all of the replays, taking notes of sets that he's brought, taking notes of certain moves that he's brought. So as I always do, I wrote down how many hazard setters and hazard removers he has. And to my knowledge, besides Ditto, he only has 2 Roxmons in Miltank and Kecleon, and 2 Defogmons in Swellow and Silvally. I don't think anything else gets Defog or Rocks. I could definitely be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that I'm correct there, which means he's most likely going to have the Defog on Silvally, which means he's most likely going to bring it. If he brings something like Silvally Ground or Silvally Fire, those are probably the ones that I'm thinking are most likely against me. Potentially a Silvally Ghost to prevent the fighting type moves, because obviously mono normal weak to fighting. So that's what I'm thinking his 3 potential Silvally types could be. So I know that I'm pretty sure that he's going to have Defog on the Silvally. So to counteract that, you'll see in our first mon we have that. But I also noticed that he likes to run Parting Shot. So we have a Defiant mon on our team. So we are bringing that. And that is our first mon. So we have Pawniard, Iron Lad, our Pawniard with the Eviolite and Defiant, Knock Off, Sucker Punch, Iron Head, and Brick Break. I don't know why this is... There we go. 92 in HP, 252 in attack, 164 in speed with the Adamant Nature. The speed allows us to outspeed the Kecleon if it's max speed for some reason. Another potential is Trick Room. A lot of his mons are faster than most of mine, but he does have a lot of slow mons on his team as well, so it's a potential. It's possible. And we live a super effective multi-attack from Silvally. So if it's Jolly, we live a super effective multi-attack. So if it's Silvally Ground, we live a ground multi-attack. If it's Silvally Fire, we live a fire multi-attack. This mon is basically our dedicated switch into the Silvally. This is our dedicated switch to Silvally, predicting the Defog or the Parting Shot to get the Defiant boost and potentially knock off or Sucker Punch on something. So I did think about, like, if he Parting Shots, obviously he's going to switch out. So he would switch out probably into something like the Meloetta or the Heliolisk, something that could hit me hard. So that's why I have the Sucker Punch there. Brick Break is for those normal types. If I do switch in on the Defog, Sucker Punch is very likely to be the move I click most, just because I'm so slow. But we will see how that decides to play out. So as soon as I saw that he brought a lot of Parting Shot and a lot of Defog on the Silvally, I knew that I had to bring Pawniard to kind of counteract that. I am expecting either, if he's not Silvally Ground or Fire, to have the Flamethrower or potentially Earthquake on the Silvally. So I do have to be careful of that. Like I said, Sucker Punch is a possibility. So definitely have to be wary of that and see how well I can chip that Silvally down. Next up, we have Namor, our Quillfish. So like I said, only 2 hazard removals, Silvally being the main one. So I do definitely want a hazard stack and force that Defog out of the Silvally. So I have our Quillfish with the Shuckleberry and Slike. And I don't even know why this thing isn't EV'd. This is the EVs I want. Hold on. There we go. I built the team and then forgot to go back and EV them. Whatever. Shuckleberry with Intimidate, Spikes, Toxic Spikes, Haze, and Liquidation. 168 in HP, 252 in attack, 4 in defense, 84 in speed with the Adamant Nature. Intimidate obviously helps with physical attackers. Liquidation is hard-hitting stab move. Haze is for potential setup with the Bibarel. Even the Miltank, maybe Sawsbuck, anything really that is necessary. And then obviously Spikes and Toxic Spikes are there to hazard stack. Probably going to see the Heliolisk in some fashion in this matchup, just because it's pretty decent against my team. So I'm thinking if I don't see the Heliolisk, this will be my lead. If we do see the Heliolisk, I'll probably lead with, as you can see on screen, I have Cap, the Tyrantrum as well. So that might be my lead if we see the Heliolisk. But main strategy, get up hazards, live a potential ground move, which is probably going to come out, and then go from there. So this thing can definitely help deter setup with the Haze and fire off some big hits with the Liquidation, be useful with Intimidate, all that stuff. Next up, we have Shang-Chi, our Combuskin. We have the Expert Belt and Speed Boost this week. Swords Dance, Low Kick, Night Slash, and Protect. The Protect, obviously there to get the Speed Boost. Swords Dance to, obviously, attack boost, and Low Kick and Night Slash. I went with Low Kick over Brick Break because it just does more damage to different things that I want to hit on the team. Like Brick Break hits things like Heliolisk better, Kecleon better, Bibarel better, but Low Kick hits things like Miltank and Lickilicky and Sawsbuck and Bouffalant better, so I wanted to hit those mons in particular over the other ones that I had mentioned, and then Night Slash is just there mainly for the Meloetta. With the Expert Belt, we do knock out a no bulk invested Meloetta at +2. At +1 speed, we outspeed the Miltank, and at +2, we outspeed his entire team. So I need to be really careful with this if he brings Ditto. I really don't. I'd prefer Shang-Chi to not hit the field unless Ditto is gone, because I don't want him copying my speed boosts. Most likely going to have a Scarf anyway. Potentially could not have a Scarf, predicting to copy the speed boost, so that is something to be aware of. So, just make sure this is... Yeah, definitely something to be aware of there. So just a late game sweeper. Hopefully once I can get rid of that Ditto, if I can wear it down with Hazard, then potentially just some chip damage from attacks, we can get rid of that and then bring Shang-Chi in and start protecting, Swords Dancing up, and sweeping. So we'll see how that goes. Next up, we have Wong, our Omastar, with the leftovers and Shell Armor, Stealth Rock, Ice Beam, Earth Power, and Spikes. 248 in HP. I don't know why these natures are all... I don't know why everything is wrong right now with this team. Stealth Rock, Ice Beam, Earth Power, Spikes, 248 in HP, 8 in Special Attack, 252 in Special Defense with the Calm Nature. This is our main check to the Swellow. Every time he's brought Swellow, he's brought it as a special set. I don't know if it's specs, if it's been specs every time, but he's brought Swellow. I believe he's brought it 4 times. All 4 it was a special set. I'm assuming specs, so it's probably going to be a special set. If it is a physical set, we can still take it on with this thing because it's the same moveset, but just not quite as well. We do have good defense, so I'm not too concerned about it. I mean, our defense is still higher than our special defense right now, even with the investment. So we will be able to take it on if it is physical as well. If it's also physical, Cap can take it on a lot better. So this is our main check for the Swellow. It can also help with other things on the team, as well as getting on rocks and or spikes, and then just having pretty decent coverage for the team. So I decided to go with leftovers over Assault Vest just because I wanted that recovery. I felt like the Assault Vest gave me a limited return, and I felt having that leftovers recovery helped me take on other threats on the team better. Things like the Bibarel I can help to take on as well with the leftovers, and then any other physical threats in general. Next up, we have Deadpool, our Whimsicott, with the Iron Ball and Prankster, Switcheroo, Leech Seed, Substitute, and Moonblast. 56 in HP, 252 in Special Attack, 200 in Speed with the Timid Nature. The Speed allows us to outspeed the Heliolisk if we are not holding the Iron Ball. My thought process is that we can Switcheroo the Iron Ball onto either the Meloetta or the Swellow and slow them down so that other mons on the team can put in some work against them, so that at +1 with Shang-Chi we outspeed them instead of +2. Namor can potentially outspeed. Yeah, so just slowing those mons down for the rest of the team and seeing how we can do with that. Our other moves, Substitute, is to just help take certain mons on better. I understand it's not going to help with Heliolisk very much because of the Hyper Voice, but if it is a spec set, then Substitute is not terrible. Subseed, good set in general, just getting a Leech Seed off, getting some recovery on anything we can. This is a decent check to the Sawsbuck as well, because it's probably going to want to switch in on a Leech Seed or something like that. And then Moonblast is there for general coverage, mainly for the Meloetta. If it does decide to go into the Pirouette form, we can Moonblast that thing and take it out. I don't think 1 hit will take it out, but I think 2 will. I'm pretty sure that was the calc that I had done. And then Moonblast is just good for general coverage on the team. So I'm thinking he's probably going to bring a Sap Sipper Miltank, either Sap Sipper or Thick Fat. I don't think Scrappy doesn't make any sense. Thick Fat kind of makes sense because of Piloswine and Combuskin, kind of. Could be like Thick Fat with a Choppleberry for Combuskin with Earthquake. So it's possible, but we can determine that. I mean, a Sap Sipper Miltank makes a lot of sense because of the Whimsicott and because it can potentially get that attack boost and start firing off some big hits. So we'll see how that goes there. But last but not least, we have Cap, our Tyrantrum, with the Choice Scarf and Strong Jaw. Earthquake, Ice Fang, Crunch, and Superpower. 16 in HP, 252 in attack, 240 in speed with the Jolly Nature. This thing is just meant to be a wall breaker, as usual. I didn't want to run Dragon Dance. I was debating over Choice Scarf versus Dragon Dance. I decided to go with the Choice Scarf because Dragon Dance is more susceptible to being reverse swept by Ditto. And I felt like the immediate speed was just really nice because this thing does hit so hard anyway. So I didn't feel like it was super necessary. So that is the team. Nothing too... I mean, it's an interesting team. It's an interesting build. Not a whole lot of firepower in general, or at least immediate firepower. So it's definitely going to be more of a momentum stally kind of game. I'm not super comfortable with this team. However, like I said, I always have a problem building against monotype. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm not super confident, but I know that we can win the match. I know if I play well, that I can win the match. I know I need to scout for certain things, and we'll see what he brings, and I'll kind of develop a game plan from there of how I want to attack the match. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the team. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the battle.